Modern Baseball are a pop punk band from Philly, Pennsylvania. This is actually their third album, but this is my first real exposure to Modern Baseball. I mean, I've seen posts about them like on Tumblr and everything, but I've never really listened to any other projects. So this is my first real dive into Modern Baseball as an artist. Sounds and instrumentals. The sounds are a mixture of a lot of subgenres. There's some emo, there's some folk rock, there's some just straight up pop punk. It's a mixture of a lot of things. The closest thing that I can think of whenever I listen to is probably like a Joyce Manor mixed with like the Wonder Years in the way they write their lyrics. But it's kind of a mixture of a lot of different subgenres. I really like how the intro leads right into the song Wedding Singer. On Wedding Singer, I like the juxtaposition of the energetic verses with the stripped down chorus. It makes the chorus stand out from most of your typical pop punk choruses. I really like the song, the sound of Hiding. It's an acoustic track that mixes in some strings and what sounds like some synths and some random guitar noises throughout. And it builds into a really interesting song that mixes it up a bit from the typical punk goes acoustic type of song. However, while listening all the way through, I felt that some instrumentals can start to blend together and sound similar. The band, for the most part, keeps the instrumentals diverse enough throughout, though. But every so often, if you're not really paying attention, and you just kind of got this on in the background or something, the songs can kind of blend together and you're like, oh, I'm already on track 5. I thought this was only like the third song, because the songs kind of meld together a little bit. Lyrics, on first few listens, I didn't have the lyrics in front of me and I was just kind of listening to it and I just kind of passed it off as typical emo pop punk. But once I got the lyrics in front of me and read the lyrics while listening along, I started to realize how much emotion was actually poured into this album. The lyrics on the album are quite personal. Songs like Breathing in Stereo, Notes to Self, and Mass really stuck out to me. Throughout the album, he talks a lot about a past lover and how he wishes he could take back his mistakes. He also talks a lot about being distant from not only his ex's wants and needs, but also his own wants and needs. A lyric that really stood out to me and I feel kind of sums up a lot of the themes on the album was, "It's not like me to forgive and move on always, looking back on my mistakes and others, too distant to see where I went wrong." That's from Apple Cider, I Don't Mind. But yeah, just a lot of like really kind of dark and personal lyrics, but also it has kind of a positive tone throughout all of it. Like he's sad and wishes that he could go back and change it, but he knows that there's nothing he can do, so fuck it, he's just going to move on. Overall, this ended up being a pretty solid introduction to Modern Baseball for me. I was impressed with the lyrical ability. I heard that the album was actually split between 2 of the band members in terms of songwriting. I don't know if that's normally how they write their albums, but that's how they did this one. And both did a really good job with the lyrics. Most of the lyrics here stand out quite a bit. I think Modern Baseball could improve, however, in their instrumentals. While songs like Hiding and the transition from Holy Ghost to Wedding Singer stand out, more often than not, the instrumental presents more of an energy rather than becoming an extension of the lyrics. While this does fine, I feel Modern Baseball could really push it to the next level if they have longer run times and let their instrumentals build and develop. Like, this entire album is like 27 minutes, so it's super, super short. With that being said, the short runtime does lend itself to many repeated listens. I think I'm feeling a 7 out of 10 on this record. Some songs are a bit too short and some tracks blend together, but these are pretty minor complaints. Overall, it was pretty enjoyable. Very solid album from Modern Baseball for me.